Honestly, my expectation is to work hard. We do the two words from Coach Mackey, and one of the things that really stuck with me was standards over feelings. So,
What's up, squad? How's everybody tonight? We are in for episode 36 of the Permian Basin Playbook. Alongside me is my teammates, Busta, Chavo. What's up, guys?
Up? What's up? Glad to be back.
Yep,
Did you guys do anything fun this weekend?
nothing
Uh,
crazy.
Nothing crazy.
just went out
played
to eat.
softball.
There you
I
go. Played
went
some
to
softball.
Eastern New Mexico. I watched
Old
baseball, watched
stomping ground.
softball, watched my nephew play basketball. He plays for UTD. It was pretty cool. But I was asleep by 10 o'clock. I'm not the guy I used to be, I promise you that.
There was an Art Briles viewing.
I did see Art Briles. I did. Uh, I didn't say hello though. I'll let
Oh
him do his
dang.
thing. Well, it's good to see you guys. Episode 36. Tonight we're stepping on to the diamond, and in honor of Coach, it is the first inning. West Texas softball is heating up, and in Monahans there is a new era underway. Our first guest tonight is no stranger to West Texas athletics. Originally from Lamesa, Texas, a collegiate softball player at Sul Ross State University, made some coaching stops along the way, building experience and perspective, and now stepping into her first year at the helm of the Monahans Lady Loboes softball program. If you would, help me welcome Coach Darrian Roberson. Coach, welcome to the Permian Basin Playbook.
How are you, Coach?
Thank you.
We're so
I'm
glad
doing
you're
good. Thank you
here.
for having me. Yes,
Yes,
thank you for
ma'am.
having me.
You
See, we
know,
weren't joking. We met you at Doc's baby shower and we said we're gonna
that's
put you
right.
on the
We're
pod.
gonna get her
Yep.
on. Yep.
Yes,
We got we
yes,
got,
y'all
we
sure
got some
did.
decent memories still. A few weeks ago, I ran sound for the Lady Lobos basketball team. I did their intros and I ran music. Well, during the game, during halftime, coach's son won a dance contest at halftime. And I got to ask, coach, does he get the moves from mom or does he get the moves from dad?
He gets the moves from dad. Mama don't got much beat in her system.
No, that's
The
awesome.
little bitty one that we hung out with.
Jordan, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
Jordan.
Jordan.
awesome. He was getting it, boy.
He
All right,
loves
coach.
dancing.
Let's start this first inning officially. We know you grew up in Lamesa and you played at Sul Ross. Can you give us a brief insight on your journey? And I know there's another Coach Roberson in Monahans that was also an All-American football player. A lot of folks are excited to have him here. If you could give us a rundown on your history.
Yeah, of course. So started playing t-ball, and fell in love with the game. Grew up watching Jenny Finch, idolized her a lot. And then of course got into travel ball all day, every day, all weekend, all summer, all spring, all fall, like always, just always on the go, traveling. Moved to Dallas for a little bit, lived with my mom and played with some Dallas teams up there, and then ended up moving back to La Mesa to live with my dad and had a lot of accolades in high school ball. Coach Rod was amazing. Well, now Coach Hernandez, she was amazing, an amazing mentor. I still reach out and talk to her, and ask for advice when I need it, and just all around pitched for 14 years. I became a utility player, definitely learned all the types of positions. And then when my sister graduated high school and went to Sul Ross, I took over that catching spot from pitching, went to catching, played first, third. And so, I got that experience and then went to Sul Ross and went and got to play sister ball with my sister. She was still
Nice.
there. And so we got to play together and it was a dream come true. We always said we wanted to play softball together. And so we did. And then, unfortunately, I didn't get to pitch in college. I needed a surgery on my right shoulder, so that way I could keep pitching. And when I was getting ready to do that, I tore up my left shoulder and had to have a quick surgery. Tore it on a Friday, and then was in surgery on Wednesday that
Oof.
following week. And so, set out half of my freshman year. It was too late to redshirt, so I'd already played too many games and pushed through that injury. I mean, my experience is great playing wise, and then I've been in this profession for 8 years and then 4 years as head coach. This is my fourth year as a head coach, and coached some really good teams, a lot of different experiences coming from different areas. Moving back from Houston, I was a head coach up at a 6A school there at Fulshire, and it was their first year as a 6A, and took them from becoming a 5A, playing 6A, some really good 6As, and winning their first ever playoff game as a 6A, and went really tough in that second round and ended up losing out. But it was a really huge thing for them, just moving up to that level. And then here I am in Monahans taking over a great program. Lindsay did such a great job her time here, and able to just keep that tradition going and alive is something I'm very excited for. So
Awesome.
we're
Well, I
really
know they're
excited
happy
to
to
have you
have you.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that is quite a journey, Coach. And I'm sure that you had a lot of coaches and family members that put expectations on you. So now as a coach, and now that you're in Monahans, what are your expectations of your players on and off of the field?
Honestly, my expectation is to work hard. We do the 2 words from Coach Mackey, and one of the things that really stuck with me was standards over feelings. So making sure that they're continuing to work hard in the classroom first and foremost, like they have to take care of their studies, and then they're going to live up to those standards. They're going to work hard. They're going to do everything that they can do to win and be there for each other. So really just my expectations, work hard, and then become a family, not just a teammate, just become a family. And that's going to carry us very, very far.
I love that. As a current educator and former coach, I love that. The student first, athlete second. But I love that.
Definitely.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Shout out Coach Mackey too. We had him as a speaker at our award ceremony 2 years ago.
Yes, love Coach Mackey.
Yeah, he was really good.
Mhm.
And it sounds like you're just used to making history, Coach. Everywhere you've gone, you've done something that's changed the trajectory of a program or a school. So, and that gets me fired up and ready to
Yeah,
see
definitely.
what's to come.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah. So how has the team grown from last season to now?
I mean, working hard. They're opening up to playing probably some different positions, maybe some that they haven't played before. I've got a few freshmen up there that are willing to do anything and everything that I've asked them, and they're the upperclassmen are taking them under their wings and showing them like, hey, this is how varsity ball is. And so, honestly, growing together as that family, and then just working hard behind each other, and so. I project some really good things from them, just watching them, how they're coming together when we went down into a 9-0 first inning against Graham on Friday, and just watching how they had each other's backs, and they came back and we ended up winning, and they didn't score another point after that, and we came back and ended up beating them 12-9. And so watching that, like they've grown, they're overcoming that adversity together, and the upperclassmen are being that great role model. So making a strong bond is something that I see that's growing for this year.
Yeah. Never say die, baby. Never say die. We're never out
Right.
of it.
Yeah,
Coach,
absolutely.
you talk about your experience, and you probably spent more time on a softball field than you have your own house or your apartment or whatever you're at growing up, and I identify with that. And so through all that, experience, how has that shaped you in being a leader and not only holding your team accountable, but yourself accountable?
It's definitely, in hardships. I mean, everything that I've gone through in life, not just on the softball side, but personal life, I'm able to present these kids with a real life scenario. Like, I'm not just here teaching them softball. I'm here teaching them things that are going to help them push in life. When I went down with my injury in college and I had to sit out, as much as I didn't want to, I wanted to keep playing. It was something that I had to step back from, but I knew if I wanted to have a good comeback, like I had to work double time, held myself accountable. So now when I see these kids, if they're coming against any type of adversity, whether it's an injury or just something personal, like, hey, it's okay to have that setback. Take 5. That's another 2 words that we have is take 5, breathe it out. Hey, we're going to come back bigger, better than ever. Nothing's going to keep you down. Like, you have to be determined to keep moving forward. So trying to present all of the things that I've gone through in life, I do present them when we come across something in the softball world, like, hey, this is something that could happen in real life, and this situation in softball world can also play out in the real life world. So just trying to give them that experience and that advice and that scenarios, so that way they know, like, no matter what, we can push through this and we can succeed.
Love it, Coach.
Love that.
Love that,
Coach,
man.
Coach, you've talked a little bit about expectations and then standards. What standards do you hold your coaching staff to?
Showing up and having good energy, whether it's every game, every practice, every pitch, every out. Showing up, showing out is it's easiest for me to remember. Show up, show out, show up with good energy. We're going to be there for the team, for the coaches, and whatever that's going to be best for our team is what we're going to do. So my coaching staff, they know to show up, high energy, be ready to go, positive thoughts, positive vibes. And then, of course, always just going to do what's best for the kids at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah, good deal.
Sure. Love it.
That's awesome. Coach, so talking about all this, what challenges have you seen or do you anticipate in the district race this year?
Some challenges is a mindset challenge. I know Andrews is one that's always been big for us to come compete against. They've always been good. Props to them, and they had a good run. So I feel like that's going to be one of our challenges, is that mindset of, hey, like, we can still beat them, we can still come out and play. As long as you play your game, like, we can still come out on top. And for any of the teams in the past that that have been on the uprise, you do see a lot of our teams in our district, they're having a turnover and they're having more kids come in, and just that mindset of, we can do this. If we play our game, we can overcome a lot of the losses that we had last year, and then, of course, going further again this year than what we did last year. So just having a good mindset and having that changing that mindset really is, I feel like that's all across sports, is you got to have that strong mindset that we can do this and we've got to just work for it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, sounds like Coach is building a program, and anytime you do that definitely takes vision, and executing that vision takes leaders. And speaking of leaders, joining us now is one of the top players, not just in Monahans, but in the Permian Basin and the state of Texas, a two-time district MVP, a full-on competitor, pretty dang good pitcher, and a future Lubbock Christian lady chap. Please help us welcome Brooklynn Sanchez of the Monahans Lady Loboes. What's up, Brooklynn?
Hello.
Hey, Brookie.
Hey, Brooklyn.
How's it going today?
It's going great.
So we've all watched you pitch. We've all watched you play. You play with a ton of energy. You look like you have a lot of fun on the field, which I love. When did softball stop being just a sport and something like bigger for you?
It definitely became more big whenever we got older, of course. I had joined my travel team that my coach had seen a potential in me, that I could be something one day. So ever since then, when I seen he believed in me, I chose to believe in myself that I could do it, and it just went from there.
Yeah, you're doing all the good. Congratulations on the
Yes.
signing. That's amazing. We're very
Thank
proud of
you.
you.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Busta, go ahead. You got something for Miss Brooklyn?
I do. I was having some technical difficulties. So, Brooklyn, as a two-time district MVP, wow, how do you handle the pressure?
Well, before the season starts, I usually set goals for myself. So my goals are usually to get MVP, but I mean, defensive MVP is really good still because I definitely strive off pitching, but I don't know, I just usually I like to take control of the game, so being in the circle, I like to know that I'm in control, and I still have faith, and I know my defense is gonna back me up even if I make a mistake. So I just stay calm throughout the whole game and remind myself that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
positive reinforcement.
Yes.
That's huge. I love that. That's
I
great that
love
you
that
have
even
that
at your
already.
age, you set
And I
goals for
like it that she
yourself.
wants to be a boss in the circle, that she's got that
Yeah.
mentality of like, I'm fixing to run this game right
Hey,
here. I love
there's
that.
nothing wrong with
I
wanting that.
love it. I love it. All right,
Yeah.
Chavo, what you
I
got for us?
watched I watched every playoff game last year, and every time Brooks stepped into the circle, it was like we mean business now.
Yeah.
So some of those batters were afraid to step into the batter's
I would
box.
be too. I
You
would
know?
be too. Yeah, I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah. Hey, so why was Lubbock Christian the right fit for you, bro?
Well, before I went to or like visited the school, I was looking into UTPB, and I liked that school because it was close to home. But I don't know. After a softball tournament one time, Coach Hayes had contacted me and told me to go on a visit. So as soon as I went there and I visited the school, I visited the facility, took tours and everything, and I don't know, I just all of a sudden I fell in love with it. It felt very home-like. So, yeah, it was just
Yeah.
very nice and neat.
Right fit.
Yeah.
It
Yes, right
is,
fit,
and
definitely.
Elsie, the Hayes family knows ball. The Hayes family knows ball. The conference that you're going into is one of the top conferences in the entire United States. You're going to see some really good players, and I know you're going to do well. With that being said, what is it about softball that you just love the most? Like, what is it about competing on the diamond that just keeps you coming back, even those 0 for 4 days or the days you don't throw that well? What keeps you coming back to the field?
Definitely the people I surround myself with. I love making new friends, building new bonds. So having this new team, like our team's very young this year, and I like getting to know like our freshmen and our sophomores and just showing them like what it's like to be a Lady Lobo is really fun. So I like being their role model
Okay,
for
that's
sure.
awesome. That's awesome.
That is awesome. So you talked about it being a new team.
hmm
What makes this Lobo team so special?
Um, that's a great question. I don't know. Just because like I guess I haven't played with them, of course. So yeah,
Cool.
setting high standards like with Coach R. Definitely having her here is very fun. I like how her coaching is, and it's just everything is great. I don't
Yeah, you
know.
better
It's just
say that
very
because she'll make
special.
you run polls if you don't.
Oh, yeah, she will.
All right, Chavo, round us out for Miss Brookie.
Hey, so Keith had kind of mentioned it. The Lone Star Conference is one of the best conferences in the country. Um, so I don't know how much you've looked into it, but what makes you excited about being able to play in the Lone Star Conference?
Definitely facing new opponents and just taking my skills to a next level. I'm excited to, of course, make new bonds over there and travel with the team and just experience those like big league experiences.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
awesome. And I think Coach would probably back me up on this. During the time when you're traveling, sometimes those bus rides, like going to Tahlequah, Oklahoma, or going down to Kingsville or something like that, during that time, you're like, man, I just want to be home. But when it's all said and done, that's one of the things that you'll miss the most is like, I
yeah.
miss my teammates so much being on the bus. So, all right, that was awesome, guys. That was second inning. We got us through. We got a couple of joint questions for you guys, so you can kind of both answer them together. You guys can pick and choose who you want to choose first to answer. But so for both of you guys, looking at this district, what kind of battle should the fans of the Lady Lobos be expecting this year?
This the battle of these kids that they're expected to see is, a fight, a dog fight. Definitely, they're gonna be able to see that. Hey, even if they might get backed up into a wall, they're gonna see that battle. They're gonna see that fight come out, and them step up for each other, have each other's back. One makes a mistake, and next one's gonna make sure that they come in and they help pick up that mistake, and we're gonna move forward and we're gonna push through. So they're gonna see a strong bond that's gonna really back each other up, and they're gonna just have that dog fight in them.
Like it,
Yeah.
For
like
the
it.
biggest teams to watch, who's on your radar in our district?
Definitely Andrews, of course. I think Greenwood's a pretty good hitting team, so we're gonna look out for them, but we're definitely up there, so
I
All
agree.
right, so we're in the
yes.
mix for some go balls in this year.
That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So every team has to set a goal so that they can, attain that goal, right? What's y'all's ultimate goal as a team? You know, both from coach and from Brookie.
So my ultimate goal is, sorry, Brick.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
My ultimate goal for the team is, push and let's be better. Let's overcome. Let's learn from our past mistakes and let's move forward. Our past errors. Let's move forward. Where can we grow to make sure that we continue to keep this tradition alive and keep pushing? So that is my ultimate goal is, keep the tradition alive and let's push, find where we need to correct and let's keep moving forward.
What about you, Brookie? What's going to make this year successful for you guys?
I think definitely leaning to on each other for whenever they feel down on themselves. For me, I definitely like try to be there for everyone, even when I'm down on myself. So just try to teach them like, hey, it's okay. Like whenever you're struggling, you have everyone to back you up. Like it's
Yeah.
not an I sport, it's definitely a we sport.
Yeah. Good on you. All right, we've made it through the last inning, but we do have a full count. All right, this is our fun round, our rapid question. I'm gonna start with Coach R. I heard you guys say Coach R, but Coach Roberson, this is the first one for you. If Coach Roberson had a walk-up song as a coach, what would it be?
Oh, I gotta go with my Skillet song, Hero.
All right, I like it. I dig it.
Nice. Coach, what is your biggest softball superstition?
Don't step on the chalk before the game.
Preach.
Mm.
Preach. That's just bad juju. Preach.
Yes, absolutely.
And then, what's your go-to post-game meal?
I can never turn down Taco Bell.
Yep, that's good.
Now that we have one, that's a little dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. All right, Brooklyn, what is your favorite pump up song before a big game? What are you jamming
Oh,
in the beats?
anything by Drake.
All right.
Whatever it is, it's Drake.
Drizzy Drake. All right. I
Yes.
like it.
if you played another sport, Brookie, what would it be?
She's a pretty good
Probably,
volleyball player.
yeah,
I
probably
was gonna
volleyball,
say,
but besides like what I do play now,
right.
I'd say golf.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
Um,
Round us out, Chavo.
what is your favorite team tradition or dugout ritual?
Um, I definitely like praying before games with Elise. Me and her go before the game and we pray. That's a fun one. And then also probably jamming, just listening to music and having fun. I know.
All right. Bring the energy. I like it. It's good.
Yes.
Get right with God and then let's get pumped up in this thing. I
Mm-hmm.
like it. All right. Well, Coach Roberson, Brooklyn, we appreciate you both for joining us on the Permian Basin Playbook. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Best of luck this season. And the 33 Lead Foundation will definitely be watching. We'll be out there
For
to check you
sure.
guys out, cheering on you, and good luck. Stay healthy. And we're proud of you
Yes.
guys.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. We
Thank
appreciate
y'all.
it.
Thanks for being here.
All right. See y'all later.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
All right. Scoot over here, Chavo. Let me come over here. Scoot
Wanna
over here,
cuddle?
bro.
that
Come
was
in here
good
for the real
timing.
thing. All right, let's move into our news and notes segment. Play the little sound. Yes, thank you, intern. Did y'all know we had an intern that does all of our editing?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, we do.
Is it cash money?
I hadn't named him yet, but we do have an
Uh,
intern. All right, news and notes. The hoops districts are complete. Playoffs are getting underway. Um, Seminole boys and girls are really, really good. Still pretty close in 2-6A. There's some good games going on. Um, Baseball and softball season obviously is officially in full swing. A couple other points I had was 33 lead golf tournament. First call, guys. First call is happening this summer. I don't think we've necessarily locked down a date for sure.
think we're
It's
Couples
still
are
waiting
tentatively
on
looking for
couple are
early June.
yeah,
We're
couple are
moving
late
it to
June.
penciled
June this
in,
year. Yeah.
Still waiting
but
on commissioner's court, right?
yeah,
Yes,
but
it's tentatively set for June 6th, which it's normally mid-July, but we're gonna.
That's right. That's our anniversary. So I don't know if we're gonna be out. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
you're gonna be out there. You're spending your day at the golf course.
But yeah, so be on alert for that. It's going to be awesome. 33 lead golf tournament happening this summer. And then my last note is major shout out to Monahans Swim, state
Yeah.
champions, elite representation for West Texas. Shout out to Coach Thomas and his staff. So awesome, man. So awesome. And we got to get him on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
for
do.
sure.
We
You
haven't
guys have,
had any. Well, I'm
no.
sure we've had some state championship coaches on here, but
Yeah.
not one from Monahans.
And not a swim
Yeah.
coach either.
Yeah,
And coach,
no.
the thing I love about Coach Thomas is like he researches from other experts in the world of swimming. Like he is like full on nerd mode. You know, when he's trying to learn as much as he can to relay that over to his kids, and it's showing. You know, so
Well,
very
it's
cool. You
working.
guys got any other points? Something I missed?
No, we just hadn't done the pod since we had our 33 Lead Foundation athletic banquet, and
Yeah,
that was very successful. And it's just one of my favorite nights.
yeah.
Yeah, it
We
was
It
it
was
was a
pretty
good night.
great.
We had DJ Slow Motion spinning.
LK Media in the house.
Okay, media was
Chavo
everywhere.
Chavo did amazing with all of our graphics. Could not have done it. Shout out to you, Chavo, man.
Thank y'all.
You
And
know,
we ran sound for him the entire night.
yeah, well, I was gonna say, I know I walked up to you guys at one time because we had a small minute to eat in between everything, and I was just laughing because our podcast reels were rolling, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
we're really
Oh, yeah.
funny.
yeah,
We're
and
actually funny.
We're
yeah,
actually kind of funny. And
and you
it was
know,
cool to watch the reaction. But the cool part, I was telling Haney, the one that came on as a guest, I said it was cool, but awkward little moments because, Keith is and Chavo are playing the reels of us like choosing other teams.
yeah,
And just in those
and they're
snippets,
sitting right there.
and they're sitting right there, and they
Yeah.
all kind of kept looking up, but it was really cool. And the cool part was sitting with Lana and Lindsay at the check-in table, and so many people that were coming up were recognizing me from the pod. It
Yeah,
actually felt really cool. But also, my coach, my Pecos coaches did come find me, and we had our picture. They said, there's our girl.
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
was
It was
neat
cool.
to
cool.
watch everybody like when the something about their school would pop up, and they're like, oh, look, and speaking of that, thank you guys because from that we gained like another 300 followers in like 48 hours in a 48-hour segment we had like 80,000 views and since the beginning of this season since August our TikTok has been viewed over 500,000 times so like so thankful to everybody and like we're very proud of our team here and very proud of West Texas. So we could not do it without you. Thank you for looking at our stuff. Thank you for being interactive with us. It's so cool of you guys, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you to the coaches, the athletes, and especially the parents too that really put in a lot.
Yeah,
We've had some kids on as guests, and you can really tell that uh, the parents are doing their part at the house.
yeah,
Just making those
Sure.
kids be the leaders that they are in their program. So shout out to the parents too. Thank y'all.
yep.
Yeah, it was cool. I had a little moment when we were sitting there, and just to look at and think back to when we first Joe had this idea, and it was just going to be a golf tournament, and then to see, what we've accomplished in these little over 5 years,
Yeah.
pretty cool. And I'm like,
Shout,
Joby would be proud of us.
yeah. Shout out to
Oh
my
yeah.
wife, man. She ran all of our interviews post award. And then Brock took all of our pictures. I mean, it's a total group effort, man. So
Hmm.
It's a
it's just
family affair for
yeah,
sure.
definitely. So, all right. Well, we did post a poll question today, and we already got some feedback. But the poll question is, what is the hardest position to play in all of sports? Pretty broad, right? But there was some really there was some obviously you can think about some main positions that are like more popular, but shout out to Brandon Otis. He said hockey goalie, which yes, when
Mhm.
you think about it, you got to be like tough, strong, limber.
Fearless.
Nicholas Hasso said left tackle, which is true, man. There's been a lot of quarterbacks
Yeah.
lose
You got to
their
pull across there and
exactly. Shout
hmm
out to Thomas Clay, who's a part of 33 Lead. He
Coach
said it's
Clay.
hard to be a head coach. And
For
I
That's a
put,
sure.
good
I'm like,
one. That's
yeah,
a great
definitely,
one.
man. And then DJ One Time and also Darla Kaiser had said it's the hardest position is being a parent or a mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so
There you go.
thank
I
y'all.
told
time,
you. Shout out parents.
money.
Yeah, shout out to those parents. But thank y'all for interacting with us and giving us something to discuss. So I'm gonna give Busta, I'll give it over to you. Is there anything that sticks out to you as being one of the hardest positions to play?
Oh gosh, I think the parent one was really good, but also the coach. I was talking to a former coach at school as well, and I'm like, "Do you miss it?" And he says, "No." Because it took so much out. It does. It takes so much out of
Yeah,
you, but we miss the relationships.
yeah.
I didn't have a life outside of it anytime. But hey, while we're talking about my school, I want to give a shout out. We have a lot of elementary kids following the 33 Lead podcast. I was informed this week.
Really
Um, I
Nice.
have a lot of elementary kids that said, Miss B, Boosta, I saw you. I watch your podcast, and
nice.
we follow
Y'all are
you
the
all
future,
on.
man.
We
Y'all are the
follow you
future.
guys on the podcast, and I'm like,
Nice.
tell your family.
Yep, definitely.
Very
It's awesome.
cool. Shout out to
Chavo,
the
what's the
kids.
hardest position, big dog?
Hey, I'm gonna have to go with a heart pick here. Being the athletic trainer for every team in the district is a pretty tough position.
Yeah,
Shout out to my wife,
Especially
Dr.
when it's a
Chavez.
solo act. I mean, I know
Yeah,
she has her trainers, but as the head of that, that's
yeah. You're herding cats with your student trainers. You're herding cats with your student athletes, and you're herding cats with your coaches sometimes. So
yeah.
it's
you
a
know,
it's a it's a
it's
big
funny you
time job.
said that 2 days ago. Brock says, "Wow, I realized why we used to annoy Doc so much. I'm in retrospect, I realized like we thought we were being funny, and she was
Yeah.
always mad at us.
She's trying to
And
do a
now he's
job.
like,
Yeah.
he's having all these reflective moments lately, and that was one of them. I'm like, you need to text her and apologize.
Yeah, definitely. So as far as like for real, like sports, definitely. Oh, JoJo, he had said, did I say water polo?
No, we
Yeah,
hadn't.
the TikTok
What
cowboy, JoJo Wilson, he had said water polo. You got to tread water the entire time
the
and play a
entire time.
sport. That's rough. So shout out to JoJo, man. It's a good dude right there. So for me, I always got to keep it baseball, right? I think now, like athletically, a shortstop has got to be tough, but a catcher,
hmm
okay? We need you to know everybody in the staff, what they throw the best. We need you to get us strikes. We need you to block baseballs or softballs. We need you to throw people out. We need you to know all the defensive coverages, and we need you to hit. That's
Yeah.
a lot. And get beat up. You get foul tips. You get
Keith,
beat
are you
up.
having this reflective moment because you got smoked in the mouth last
I
week?
did. I did. That's why we had to push this one back because I got smoked in the
Yeah.
mouth. My other position is for me, and I never played this because I couldn't run out of sight on a foggy night, is cornerback to guard like 6'3", 200-pound wide receiver that runs a 4.3, and he knows where he's going, but you don't. That's got to be extremely hard to do. You got to have some like money footwork to be a lockdown cornerback in
hmm
in football. But man, there's a lot of tough positions. So, anyways, I thought that was interesting, and we could probably,
That was a good poll question.
yeah, we got some answers out of it. So I'm happy about that. But all right, that's gonna do it for our episode this week. We're glad to see you guys back. Good luck to everybody that's getting into the basketball playoffs. We're gonna try to get out and see some softball, see some baseball. Um, Send us some clips. Somebody hit a home run, somebody makes a sweet play, something like that. Send it to us. We'll get it on. Special thanks to our sponsors, Double T, Kodiak Gas, Texas Farm Bureau, and HZ Services. For Busta and Chavo, I'm KBALL. It's been episode 36 of the Permian Basin Playbook. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a great week.
See y'all.
Yeah.